Texas authors run similar to a same gamut in words and rhyme that the Lone Star State runs in culture and geography. From South Texas to North Texas and West Texas and East Texas, we have here 4 states in one. Media Mexico along the Rio Grande, the Midwest to North Texas, the American West from San Antonio to El Paso, and still in many ways the Old South in East Texas. Writers of South Texas are inescapably drawn to the border that not only exists on a map, but that lives in their minds and hearts as well. Words are seared by the indolent heat of the desert or near-desert land, and the twin cultures Anglo and Mexican enrich or oppress each other, collude or collide, and almost inevitable form the writings of the Texas authors of the Rio Grande. And if none of this happens, these writers of the Rio Grande and of South Texas are still haunted forever by the land. The Texas authors of the Rio Grande also provide a window into the past as well. The immigrant experience that is part of almost every American's past is alive and well and part of the present right here in South Texas. Immigration from the South may have slowed in the past few years, but it has slowed only temporarily, and it has done a flip-flop of sorts. Much immigration is now from the upper and middle class, Mexicans that are fleeing the violence and chaos back home. Nonetheless, identity and ethnicity are perennial themes amongst the authors of South Texas. Here's a sampling from writersoftheRioGrande.com and youtube.com/Writers of Rio Grande. Katie Hirth from the Queen Palm. Trapped in the tower of a naked trunk, the Queen Palm hears the call of spring. Put down your hair. She unfolds her golden cascade of kernels. From her crown of fronds dangles her petal clusters for pollen to grip and climb. The flowers tangle in the wind like bed sheets. The sense here of the subtropics is overwhelming. This is by Gene Nobodgrosky, grim but beautifully put on the subject of the war that America chooses to ignore, from the Palm Fat Book. And to Jalapa's west in forested Morelia, the 300 disappeared students from the fall are still missing. Come to the open book. Play with these ceramic letters. Play with these ceramic pictures. Let the sun shine on. I'm Rachel Vela. Welcome, Aquarius. Sometimes days it's like Jane Austen here, Victorian beauty here, like a Shakespearean dream here. On certain days it is filled with the melodies of Ben Harper here, played for just your Aquarian ear to hear. You're warned, Aquarius. Welcome, Aquarius. It's a beautiful mess here. And finally, by Gene Nobodgrosky, one of the finest poems from the border that perhaps I've ever heard.
Color in Gray by Gene Nobodgrosky. The blues starts the steps, blue, with black guns, belts, radios. Gray rain pours and drizzles. Green and white look on, green and white. More black guns, belts, radios, some white. White striped with black locals, they look on. Now walk on up onto the wet sidewalk, up and down, and then a slippery walk back down to Mexico. Muddy black and brown pants and shorts, muddy white t-shirts, finally the orange, Mexico's migrant protection bright. Into orange mini pickups, backs open, man upon man, dark and wet, and the orange vest driver stops for a soda, and the men crunch. The gray rain and drizzle curtain the pickup. Streets.
Many more authors to get a taste of South Texas from. You can go to www.writersoftheriogrande.com/ authors.